In the name of Allah, the most gracious and ever merciful. Hello everyone, how are you? Are you fine? I hope you are fine. I hope you are very well. Today we are going to have a general idea about the IELTS test. So let's start with asking ourselves, what is IELTS? It's an assessment test. IELTS, it stands for International English Language Testing System. International English Language Testing System. اختبار ايلتس اختبار عالمي. المقصود منه تحديد مستوى الإنسان، وتطلبه طبعا كثير من الجامعات، كثير من الدول للهجرة، كثير من الشركات، كثير للتوظيف، كثير من الهيئات etc. ضروري طبعا أعرف قبل ما أقدم للاختبار ده الهيئة اللي هقدم فيها طالبة بند كام، and what is my level، وأنا مستواي إيه. يا ترى قريبين من بعض؟ لو قريبين من بعض يبقى ادخل على طول على كورس البريبريشن كورس. لو مستواي بعيد شوية يبقى لازم أحسن مستواي في اللغة الأول، أدرس جرامر، أحفظ كلمات كتير، read a lot, listen a lot, speak a lot, develop your skills in the language. The IELTS test consists of 4 parts: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. The 4 skills of the language. Listening is the first part. It consists of 4 parts, and there are 40 questions in general. You are going to listen for 30 minutes, and then you will have 10 minutes to transfer your answer to your paper sheet if you have the paper-based test. But you are going to listen, as I have said, to only 30 minutes to the recording, 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet in the paper-based test. If you are having the computer deliver the test, your answers will be typed into their spaces directly. There is no need to transfer them to another place. You need to answer all the questions as you listen to the recording. The recording is not paused at any time, and you hear it only once, but it gives you some time to read the questions. Finding answers gets harder as you progress through the test. أثناء الاستماع هتجاوب على نفس الأسئلة في نفس الوقت وأنت بتستمع، والتسجيل طبعا لن يتوقف طول الفترة. هيديك فرصة تقرأ الأسئلة for about 30 seconds before each section. الأسئلة طبعا بتبدأ part 1 will be the easiest part, and the difficulty increases gradually. والصعوبة بتبدأ تزداد تدريجيا. لازم طبعا نفهم كل بارت ايه السمات بتاعته، يتكون منين، ايه اللي ممكن يجي فيه، علشان ده هيساعدني كتير في guessing the answers, and it will help me a lot to find the answers. Let's move on to reading. You are going to have 3 long passages, and you have 40 questions to answer in only 60 minutes, in only 1 hour. It's not easy, of course, so you must have strategies and techniques to get the answer in a very short time, because you have no time to read all the passages word by word. If you are going to read the passage word by word, of course you will waste a lot of time. We have different types of questions. You may have to label a diagram, or complete sentences, or fill in blanks. Many different types of questions. You have to be familiar with all these types of questions, because there are a lot of questions which you may not be familiar with. So you have to familiarize yourself with the types of questions, because in the exam there is no time to think. So you have to know all the types of questions and to practice answering all the types of questions. And you should have a certain strategy for dealing with each type of questions. And you have not only to know the strategy, but also to practice applying the strategy. مش بس تعرف الاستراتيجي اللي تستخدمها، لكن لازم تتدرب على تطبيقها في عدة قطع ريدنج. لازم طبعا اوف كورس تتدرب على الاستراتيجية اللي هتتبناها المناسبة ليك أو الأستاذ اللي هيعلمها لك. Of course the passages are varied. They are taken from books, newspapers, magazines, and the topics are very diverse. So you have to read a lot in different fields. You don't have time to read the whole passage, so you have to follow certain techniques which we will discuss during the course. Of course, in reading, there is no extra time to copy your answers from the question paper, as in listening to the answer sheet. No, you have to, when you finish each section, you have to transfer your answers directly to the answer sheet, because the question sheets are not going to be marked. What is going to be marked is the answer sheet. You may write in pencil only. If you are taking the computer delivered test, you will not have to copy, of course, answer, because you are going to type them directly into their spaces. Let's go on to writing. You have two tasks. Task 1, of course, it's for academic. You are going to write a report based on a graph or diagram or a table. But in general, you are going to write a letter or an email. You are going to have 20 minutes to write the report or to write the email. Task 2. You are going to write an opinion essay. Of course, there are many different types. You have to be familiar with each of them, and you have to know what to write in each of them, because of course they differ. For example, if you have to agree or disagree, it has certain structure, but if you have problem solving, you must adapt another strategy or another structure for dealing with it. Of course, also advantage and disadvantage. You have to apply another structure. You are having 40 minutes to write this essay. Of course, at first, it seems to be difficult, but when you practice writing, it will be a piece of cake for you. All the types of questions, whether in listening, reading, writing, they need to a lot of practice. When you practice a lot, you will feel confident, and it will be very easy for you. Speaking. In speaking, you have only the test will last for only 15 minutes and consists of 3 parts. The first part is a personal interview. The examiner will ask you a very simple questions. They may be about yourself, about your hobbies, your interests, the places in which you live, your study, or your work, or something like that. Part 2, it's a short speech. He will give you a cue card with a topic, and you are going to talk about it after planning for about 2 minutes. Then the third section, the examiner is going to ask you some questions based on your presentation or your speech in part 2. All the parts will continue one after another. The only break you get is before speaking. In some cases, the speaking test is held on a different day. This is an example of speaking. This is part 1. Where are you from? Are you a student or do you have a job? What do you study? Do you enjoy your job or do you enjoy your studies? Part 2, he will give you a card with this part. Describe something interesting that you once found. You should say what you found, how you found it, what you did with it, and explain why it was interesting. Of course, you have to put into consideration the assessment criteria. لازم تحط في اعتبارك وتدرس كويس معايير التقييم في السبيكينج. المعايير التقييم pronunciation, fluency, lexical resource, grammatical structures, and accuracy. You have to put them into consideration. Part 3 will ask you some, it will be a discussion. The examiner will ask you some questions related to what you have already said in part 2. Of course, you have to find a partner, and you have to practice speaking a lot, and you have to practice answering IELTS questions. Thank you for listening. Wait for me for another video dealing with different parts of the IELTS exam. I wish you happy life. I wish you best luck. With my best wishes, Mr. Mohammad Sayed. Please don't forget to press like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot.